Hi everybody, welcome tonight. We're going to talk about influence. So I think one of the first questions that we should ask before we get any further is, how do you define influence?
We all remember the days of influence was defined as who had the most number of followers. And in a wonderful way we've moved on from that world. Because in my view it didn't really mean very much. We did a job recently for a brand that had 1 million followers. And they sent a post out with a bit.ly link, and guess how many click-throughs on that link they got? 2. Very close. It was like 100. And they said, what's the problem? The problem was that all their followers came from, remember that Twitter sign-on with that preferred list? No one really loved them, but because they were newbies, they were signing up. And we went out and we helped them identify 10,000 followers who really wanted them, who loved them. And their click-through went from just a bit over 2 to 500. So we think the world of the number of followers is not a good measure. We actually think that the best measure now is who has the most number of friends who are talking about your brand. And it doesn't have to be negative or positive. It can just be any sort of mention about your brand. So that's what we're thinking now, and I'd love to share with you later on where we think that's going.
Jodee, I wanted to get, Jodee, you know, these are 3 people with 3 particular experiences, and you talk to a lot of different companies. So how do you see them valuing influence?
So just to give you guys some perspective on where we've come from, I said to my little boy who's 11, my youngest, I said, Sam, do you know what a typewriter is? And Sam said, Daddy, that's what they used to use in the olden days to write emails. So this is where we're coming from. He's 11. You know, he's been on the planet for 11 years, and that's what he thinks a typewriter is for. This is the first time in human evolution that we have been able to measure so many interesting things: sentiment, emotion, influence. My problem with some of the influence scores we see now is they don't measure the yin and the yang of influence. I think that influence has to be, like the universe, it has to be karmic. We have to be measuring both what you're receiving and both what you're giving. And when we add all of that together, suddenly brands like Yahoo and Virgin and Kodak and others have this extraordinary amount of source data that is absolutely, generic to the communities that they want to sell to and the countries and the cities they want to sell to. And all of it is raw data. And we don't need Nielsen anymore. And it's somewhat, perhaps we don't even need some of the very deep web analytics we have, because we have the real conversations. And I like to say we have all become, in a way, do you remember the girl in the attic in World War II?
Anne Frank.
And what we're doing now, she wrote...
You asked the question.
Well, not your show.
Well, they didn't say anything. I was helping.
They put it to believe. Right. So we're all Anne Franks, in a way. We're writing this wonderful account of human history through our eyes. And we're able to turn that into numbers that we can then share and give back to each other. And in this sort of Heisenberg uncertainty principle way, by measuring and giving it back, we are going to change our behaviour. And that's what turns me on. And we can take that as a brand, and we can use it to guide where we want to go.
I just want to know, we can turn that into stories and numbers, but how do you turn it into dollars?
It absolutely becomes dollars when it becomes what people are really thinking about us.